Hey fools, I'm Max Macaluso, and today we have a special guest joining me, David Gardner, co-founder of the Motley Fool and chief rule breaker. Thanks a lot for taking the time, David.
Thank you, Max. It's my pleasure.
So, David, I spend a lot of my time looking at healthcare stocks. So stocks in the biotech space, pharmaceutical space, health insurers.
Amazing space.
It's amazing and also complex. And that's why when I talk to a lot of investors, they tell me right off the bat, you know, Max, I'm scared of this sector and I completely avoid it. But your investing style is a little different. I see you as a fearless investor. You just look for value in any corner of the market. So the first question is, why are investors scared of complex industries, and should they be scared?
A great question. We probably could spend our entire conversation just on that question, but we can get to some others too. But Max, let's dig in a little bit there. I think first of all, there's a natural human tendency to fear what we don't know. When the medieval map makers got over to an edge and they hadn't been there before, what they wrote, as you probably well know, is "There be dragons." That would be a typical thing you'd see over on the, and what that really meant was, we have not been there. We don't know what's there. But they didn't write that. They would write "There be dragons." And I use that as a simple way of thinking about complexity and stocks you don't know much about, or businesses that seem intimidating to you. And I, who may have picked as many or more biotechs in my rule breakers and stock advisor services as anybody else at the Motley Fool, I can assure you, as an undergrad English major, I am by no means either a scientist or a proven biotech guy.
Actually, have you ever taken a science class?
Not in college. I mean, you kind of had to take it in high school, and I did okay in chemistry, and I never took physics, and I didn't do so well in biology. I think I liked chemistry of the science. What about you?
Well, I'm trained as a chemist, so.
Yes, so, okay. And I think I knew that by reading your profile, but you and I hadn't hung out before and really talked chemistry, which we may or may not do today. But so I think there's that natural human tendency to fear what we don't know. So I think each of us as potential investors can take one of two paths. They're pretty obvious. The first is, don't go there. After all, there are thousands of good companies that you could invest in. And you can make an incredibly great professional investment career never investing in a single healthcare, let alone biotech company. Truly. There are sector funds that do pretty well, and they just buy, restaurants. So answer number one is, don't go there. Answer number two, the other path, lean in. I think answer number two is appropriate for people who are intellectually curious, who believe life is an adventure and who want to grow, and who are comfortable looking really silly out there on the ice. They're learning to ice skate on a regular basis right out there, and I've done it in our services as a professional stock picker, and I fall all over the ice. And that's part of my learning process, and every one of my returns, any numbers you've ever seen from my services, include all the losers, and I've had a lot in my services. So I'm not here to say that path one or path two is the right one. I truly believe you have to pick your path and know what you're doing, and you at least know what I'm doing.